Coming up on Full Sail Live, there's been a seismic shift in college sports. Find out why two century-old college conference members decided to cut loose. And baseball games usually have hot dogs and home runs, but this one featured a stone-cold knockout.
Down goes Anderson. Down goes
Full Sail Live starts right now. Welcome into Full Sail Live. I'm Matt Seaman. There's a quote from 12 years ago that still echoes today. It's hard to imagine very many scenarios for our conference to expand because the bar is so high. Those are the words from former Pac-12 Commissioner Larry Scott. In 2011, he had the chance to add Texas and Oklahoma. Today, that goal of expansion is now a transformation for the worse. On August 4th, Oregon and Washington decided to leave the Pac-12 for the Big Ten. The Ducks and Huskies are the third and fourth schools from the conference to do so. Each school has been a part of the Pac-12 since 1915. The Big Ten has now swallowed up four powerhouses across the Pacific after adding USC and UCLA a year ago. West Coast represent. Now put your hands up, right, Katy Perry? Both schools refused to a proposed television contract, and moving across the country would likely earn them around $30 million annually, according to multiple sources. Bob Marley once said, "Truth is, everybody is going to hurt you." Well, not everyone has left the Pac-12, but here's who has. They're now on the verge of extinction as only 4 teams remain. Not to mention that all of these moves happened in the last 13 months. Washington's athletic director Jennifer Cohen stated, "We have tremendous respect for the Pac-12. At the same time, the college athletics landscape has changed dramatically in recent years." Saturday night contained plenty of combat action. Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz, WWE SummerSlam, and the White Sox versus Guardians? Let's go to Progressive Field and jump to the 6th inning. A clean hit by Jose Ramirez, but hold tight, it's about to get interesting. The All-Star slides head first where he meets Tim Anderson, who gives him a hard tag. The tension between these two rises like popcorn in a microwave as the umpire escapes. The gloves are off and the fight is on. But notice Jose's right hand as BAM! Knocks Anderson out cold. But we're not finished yet, folks. The managers want in on the action. Tito Francona pointing fingers. The bench is clear and we have chaos in Cleveland. The game was delayed 15 minutes before play continued, as the White Sox go on to win a wild one, 7-4. Ramirez gave his 2 cents on the situation after the game.
I think he's been disrespecting the game for a while. It's not from yesterday, but from before. And I've been having the chance to tell him during the game, don't do this stuff, that's disrespectful, don't start tagging people like that, because in reality, we're here trying to find ways how to provide for our families.
The brawl led to 6 total ejections, including both team managers. Anderson received a 6-game suspension, while Ramirez got 3. However, both players are appealing those suspensions. These two teams will not face off for the remainder of the regular season. In high school, he earned team MVP, then established himself as the best offensive tackle in the NCAA. And during the 2007 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns took him 3rd overall. Joe Thomas had a decorated career, to say the least. The 38-year-old is now part of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And although it's not the Lombardi Trophy, the Wisconsin native's legacy is now dressed in gold. He spent many games blocking. Now he can put his hands down and receive.
Being an offensive lineman is all about being a servant and showing up for everybody else. Loyalty, consistency, doing something bigger than yourself, showing up for the man next to you. Those were the values that I learned at an early age, and those were the values that I took onto the football field.
It's difficult to track stats for a lineman, but let's glance at the numbers. His consistency was unmatched. Before a career-ending tricep injury, he never missed a start. But arguably his craziest stat line, lining up for 10,363 snaps in a row, which is believed to be an NFL record. The Browns legend blocked for 20 different starting quarterbacks, and in 6,680 passing plays, the All-Pro gave up just 30 sacks, according to Pro Football Focus. Thomas is the first player from the Browns franchise to be inducted from the 21st century. He now has a new home 60 miles south in Canton. That'll do it for this edition of Full Sail Live. We'll see you next time.